Hi there YouTube, and a good morning to you. A beautiful autumn morning. It's a bit chilly, but we've got great conditions today, and I'm back at a familiar location. It's called Shipley Bridge, and the footpath and the river leads up to the Avon Dam. It really is a stunning location. So I'm back here in what is almost peak autumn, and I'm hoping that I'm going to get some even better photographs than I got last time I was here, because a lot of the colours have turned now. So let's get going and let's see what we can find. So this really is one of those locations where you don't have to walk very far at all before you start seeing some potential compositions, and I think I may have already seen something that I quite like, and I've literally walked not very far at all from the car. I'm going to have a look around this. I'm looking specifically at this tree right behind me, this glorious oak tree. So I'm going to have a walk around it, just to see. The light's pouring in nicely now too. We've got the river down beneath it. So I'm going to have a look around it and see what's the best angle. And I think we might be photographing this one. Okay, let's have a look at what we're doing here. So, what I've framed up is part of the tree on the left, and I'm kind of focusing on the river underneath it. So, the tree has kind of become the left-hand part of the frame. On the bottom right-hand frame, I've got this huge rock here, and then down in the river, there's loads of littered with beautiful golden brown fallen leaves, and then of course we've got the water. I'm focusing on the main part of the water down here. F11, ISO 50, and I've got 2 seconds. Got the polarizer on, and it's darkest setting. That's making the water look quite black. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. So I'm underexposed by a whole stop. I want to get a nice contrast to the image. 2-second timer. There we go. That's the first image in the bag. Okay, so I just wanted to say a quick few words about the setup I'm using at the moment, which I'm probably going to be using for the foreseeable future. Using the Canon 5D Mark II. And I know you're all thinking, well, why would you do that if you've got a Mark III? Well, there's very little to choose with the image quality. I'm using the Mark III constantly for indoor shoots. I've got a battery grip attached to it. Now, I don't know how many of you out there have ever used a camera with a battery grip. You actually have to take the little battery cover off completely to put the battery grip on. So I don't want to have to be faffing around taking the battery grip off and putting the battery cover back on. It's quite a fiddly job. It's got a little spring on it. So I'm using the Mark II, and I'm using the Tamron the Tamron 24 to 70, the f2.8 lens, which is a great lens, and I'm carrying also my Tamron 70 to 300 f4 lens. Now, the reason I'm not bringing out the Canon 70 to 200 is because it's so damn heavy and there's not that much in it in image quality. It's quite a heavy lens, that one, whereas the Tamron's really light. My 24 to 105 is kind of living on my Mark III at the moment, doing the indoor shoots. So this is my setup for the time being. So I am at the famous double waterfall here, which I photographed last time I was here, but I won't be photographing it today, unfortunately. And the reason is a great big massive tree has fallen directly onto it, which is completely obscuring it. So it's just not possible. I'll turn the camera around and show you. As you can see, it's completely obscured by this great big fallen tree. Okay, so my next shot, I'm standing in the middle of the river. I'm not in the water because there's a big huge slab of granite beneath me, but the river's sort of coming straight towards me and then going either side of me, splits off right in front of me. Where I'm standing, you've got the river running through, and then you've got lots of trees sort of arcing over the frame. My only issue is that further into the scene, there's two people sitting on a rock that look like they're having a picnic. Now, they're so far away that I should be able to clone them out without spoiling the image. I'm not going to go and ask them to move or walk away from this shot. They've got as much right to be here as I have. Nobody has the right to tell them to move or even ask them to move. So I'm going to take the shot anyway, and then I should try and, as best I can, just to clone them out so that you can't see it. But they're so far into the scene that shouldn't be a problem. Okay, so I'm going to focus sort of in the middle of the frame. I'm at f11. So that should give me a good level of depth of field sharpness throughout the image. Got the polarizer on just to take the glare off the water, because the light's quite strong now. It's not harsh. There's still a little bit of cloud cover, so it's diffused, but it's brighter than it was. So yeah, 2 seconds, take a shot now before anybody else comes. There we go. So just in the last 15 minutes or so, as you can probably see, it's now completely overcast. There's no light at all really, just completely dull. So it's made everything look pretty flat and boring actually. I'm not sure what to do now. Not sure whether to carry on, see if I can find something else, or whether to call it a day there and just be happy with the shots that I've got. No light means boring photographs. So, what to do? I think I'm going to call it. I think I'm going to go back to the car, just be happy with the shots I've got, and maybe come back another day. It's not that far, it's only about half an hour away from home. So okay, so a little tip for you. If you've walked in a certain direction to a certain location, and then when you return, when you think you're finished, you're walking back, you'll always see things from a different perspective. And as I'm walking back, I'm pretty close to the car park actually, and I completely missed this on the way that way. And I've seen, the first thing that caught my eye was this amazing moss formation on what looks like a dying tree. And it actually looks like a lizard or a creature crawling up the tree. That was really amazing. And then I noticed the formation of the branches and the depth of the scene and the colours, and it really is spectacular. The more I look at it, the more colours I see. There's yellows, there's golds, there's browns, there's reds, there's greens. and everything in between. And it's quite amazing. I've put the polarizer on, which will enhance the colours even more. The colours are just so glorious. I'm at F11, which has given me 1 second. I've focused on the moss formation on the tree. And there we go. And I think that's going to make a pretty nice shot. Right, so I've put the 70-300 on, and I've zoomed in on the scene a little bit. I'm at let's see, so I'm at about 125 mil. The other lens only goes up to 70, but it's cut out some of the foreground and compressed the scene quite a bit. I think maybe it makes it a better image. I'm going to put both images up so you can tell me what you think. But yeah, I'm really glad I saw that, and it just shows you when you're walking back from wherever you've been and you think you're done for the day, just keep your eyes open, because everything looks different when you're walking in the opposite direction. So I guess I need to say that I'm done again. Thank you for joining me. Hope you like this image too. And I'll see you in the next one.